We need a king because the king's job is to arrest corruption. The king, the person who should be king, I will more or less say should be up to each individual country. However, I live in Canada. In Canada, King Charles III is head of state, and therefore, in Canada, King Charles III should be king. I also believe that King Charles should be head of state and king of every country in the Commonwealth. So if the king's job is to arrest corruption, why is his job to do such a thing? Corruption, properly defined, is a trespass on the king's coercion. And the king's coercion are official acts. So when a public official obtains anything for the private benefit of a third party with the King's Act, that is corruption or extortion under the color of official right. So, since you're trespassing on the king's coercion, what you now realize is that, well, the king owns it. So if the king were to go ahead and engage in doing that exact same behavior, he would not be trespassing. So now you start to understand why the king is sovereign. Because he is the owner of the kingdom. Not because he's ruler, not because he's tyrant, because he owns the kingdom. And if you ask, well, why should we choose or keep King Charles III? Why not choose a new king? The reason is actually quite simple. Because King Charles III has gone through a coronation. King Charles III wears a crown, which means he has obtained it. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Because when we look at the extortion statute, it is obtaining extortion under the color for private third-party benefit of official right. King Charles III has obtained the crown, therefore it is his crown and he is king. And the reason why we wanted to go next to the Prince of Wales is because the Prince of Wales is His Majesty the King's son. And that's the way people inherit property. So since the king owns the kingdom, and he's going to pass the kingdom to his heir, and his heir in this case would be Prince William, that is how we get a justice system instead of democracy or a corrupt system. Long live the king.